Hey SOR Lounge, it's Joe Cha and
Michelle Ford.
we're here to talk to you about what to invest in next after your first kit, lens, and camera. So if you were a landscape photographer, what would you upgrade first? Your body, your lens, or your lighting?
Okay, it depends. You could say if I had a good enough body, like a Canon Rebel or something like that, that I could just buy a lens.
Well, there are some very affordable wide-angle lenses. Rokinon makes a 14, but Canon also makes a 10 to 22 that's specifically for crop sensors. So you can actually get professional landscape images from a very affordable camera outfit.
Which is a good point. You don't have to buy the newest and greatest. You can get one level down and bring your cost down and still get a better camera body.
That's a good tip. So let's say you want to shoot portraits. What would you upgrade first?
Okay, so we would have to talk about, well, what kind of portrait?
So like, are you talking about like a natural light portrait
Yeah,
outdoors?
let's go with that.
Then definitely lens. My favorite portrait lens is the 85. The 85 focal length is just so great for either tight portraits or even full body portraits if you can get far enough. But I remember that being, after I bought my first 85, I was like, why didn't I buy an 85 sooner if I'm shooting portraits? Because it literally took my photography to the next level.
Now, the thing about the 85 though is depending on how far you're standing from your subject, right, you might find that it's almost too cropped in. So a 50 might also be a good alternative for a
Yeah,
portrait.
50 is also great. And Nifty 50s, the 51.8s, they come in at like $100.
$100.
Yeah, so affordable.
That was actually one of my first upgrades. I just bought that.
If you wanted to get into sports photography, what would you upgrade?
Okay, I would definitely have two considerations. One is it indoor or outdoor sports? If it's outdoor sports, realistically, it's probably daylight or it's well lit,
Yeah.
right? So I'd probably work on lens first and make sure that I can get an image that looks like it's close enough, right? So I'd want a large zoom lens, like a 7200, and it could probably handle low light a little bit better anyway.
I think I would actually go with body though for indoors and lens outdoors, just because outdoor sports, they typically have a lot more space. Like now you're in a field, you're not on a court, you're usually outside, maybe even like track and field or football or soccer. Sometimes the action is really far away from the sideline.
Right.
And so you want that lens and you want that reach. But indoor, you're pretty close to the action. Plus, you want to be able to have a camera that you can rely on that can get the focus when you need it.
Yes, agreed.
So when I started with my kit, I started with a DSLR kit. But I believe for street photography, a smaller camera outfit is ultimately better. And so I say body because then you can upgrade to a mirrorless camera system.
Good idea.
And take advantage of being more discreet when you're doing street photography. Not that you're doing anything sneaky, but it's just easier for you to get around.
So, okay, on the same grain as being sneaky, not sneaky, would you get a 35 or would you get a longer lens if you wanted to upgrade your lens?
I think, so in my travels, I found the 35 to be the best just because you don't want to be too far from the action when you're doing street photography.
Be in there, be in the action. Okay, whereas me, my idea of street photography is I want to be far from them. I want to shoot sneaky.
Now let's get into the big topic. What if you want to go into weddings?
Okay, you better save up some money.
What would you pick? If you had to pick one though, and you have to upgrade one for weddings.
That's rough. Just one? I would definitely pick flash. If my kit didn't come with a flash to begin with, just with the basic premise that the camera and the lens is just a tool.
Yeah.
And essentially, I am a photographer. I cannot do without light. And if I'm at a reception and I don't have light, we are out of luck.
Yeah. If I were to start weddings all over and I were to tell myself what to invest in first, I would actually probably go for a prime lens first. If I had a full frame body, I would probably start with a 50.
Really?
Yeah, because like you said, it's a good portrait lens.
True.
You can shoot a lot with it.
Okay, here's my argument to that. Although that is what I did, right? I bought the 50 first. But as a second photographer, I found that the 7200 is my most useful tool as far as lenses, because then I'm not getting in the way at all of the prime shooter, and I still get that very journalistic feel of fly on the wall, let me observe from a distance.
So that's it for us, isn't it, Michelle?
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
Great. If you're interested in learning more about photography, be sure to check out our Photography 101 workshop, where we teach you how to do landscape, food, sports, couples photography, all from a kit lens and camera.
Sounds good. Till next time, everybody.
Cool.